I've searched for so long for a way to feel more at home in my bones. And this was just, it was a turning point for me to feel so gently accepted by this group of women who I would never have hung out with, honestly. Different belief systems, different walks of life, but the sisterhood feeling that I felt and the compassion that I was met with, I don't know, there's a lot more faith in the ability for others to see me and accept me than there was before. It was liberating and it was safe. Like the environment that you built, that the women around me built, made me so safe to move in a way with physically in my body that I would have felt silly or scared to do, to cry, to voice my fears and my trauma. It was just a beautiful environment.
You co-created that.
And I'm proud that I did. And it wasn't just receiving, which is hard in the first place, receiving that support. It was giving it to, like, I saw the difference that I made in people's journeys and how I could make other people feel safe. And that felt really powerful. And I've never really been in an environment that was so built around just a group of women continuously just gifting one another with that sort of compassion. I spent so much time building walls around myself and working to ground myself. But during the retreat, I felt such relief just opening myself up to people there. And being in that safe environment allowed me to do that. Instead of trying to build this like nest of safety around myself, I realized that if I open up to people, if I open up to my own body, it just gets rid of the anxiety to begin with. Like, I felt so supported and gently encouraged to open and to express myself, but also respected, very respected in that, like, you can step away. This is your body. This is your trauma. Even the dance movement therapy sessions, I would start the session and I would feel like closed off and little and like wear a heavy jacket and just want to be small, but connecting my inner feelings with the movement of my body allowed me to see the difference between small and big with your body. Helped me sort of solidify that in my trauma brain, right?
Yeah.
So you see the difference in your movement, you feel the difference in your body, and it was just immensely helpful. It really, really was, and it continues to be so. Like, even day to day, it really altered the trajectory of my healing journey. It really, really did. And I'm so thankful for that, like immensely thankful. Of course, right after the retreat, it's so easy to be like, oh, let me be in my body. And it gets more difficult once you fall into the stresses of life. But I'm able to come back into myself. Like, I don't have this automatic reaction of trying to block these feelings or hide from them. Instead, I have this power in myself to move it out, to feel and sit with the suffering and sit with the anxiety and to express in a more physical way. I don't know, I find myself, and it's silly, but it's okay to be silly, right? I find myself just moving. If I'm anxious, if I am happy, it's just like a more grounded feeling in my body, and that I can use it to express myself and not be afraid to take up space. now I do feel more comfortable with voicing my own needs, and I don't see that as selfish. I see that as honoring myself, which is completely different. The power that I have to communicate my needs has increased. I feel like the confidence that it takes to do so has increased. I do feel more confident in a lot of ways. Like as an RN, a new RN, I'm less afraid to acknowledge my own capabilities. It doesn't feel selfish anymore to acknowledge that, no, I am intelligent. I do know what I'm doing. And that's not like ego talking. That's comfort and acknowledgement in my body that I know. Oh man. It's a really big thing for me. It's like I'm trying not to like tear up about it. It changed my life. It did. The time spent with you and the group of women changed my life.